Hello, everyone, and welcome to this Thursday's live Kriegsspiel. We are here fighting the Battle of Buena Vista. The year is 1847, and I am already here with General of the Division Lombardini, who at the moment.
Hello?
Hi, can you hear me?
Yep, can hear you.
Yeah, yep. So your division has split off the road about a mile back, and is traversing the rough terrain. At the moment, you're cresting over a ridge and about to go down into another gully. No signs of any Americans yet. To your south and rear, you can see the artillery slowly lumbering along the difficult terrain. Very difficult for your artillery to move, and then cavalry's moving up along with them as well.
Gotcha.
What are your orders?
Um, okay, so I'd like to advance all of the units in the second division forward, deploying skirmishers unless the troops, I guess, doctrinally don't know what that means or are reticent to do so. And then when I arrive at the next ravine over, I'd like to deploy in the loose line from that sort of sloping area rightwards from my perspective along the high ground, like from the high ground basically on over through that bulge, if that makes sense.
Okay, sounds good. Thank you.
Yeah, sure.
Hello, Mignon. So Ogilby, are you cool? Do you want to be a 2IC to the cavalry, or should I make you the 2IC for Santana? Which would you prefer?
I don't mind either one.
I'm trying to think which would be more interesting. I'm going to change it to Santana then. So I'm going to take you out of here. I'm going to pop you over there. Okay. Can you hear me, J Rock?
Yeah, I hear you.
Okay, okay.
Yeah.
All right. So it's a cool morning. What's today's date? I already forgot. February 23rd. Yep. Your men and horses are tired. You've marched 300 miles in the last 3 weeks. Um, a lot of times without food and water. The men haven't eaten in 3 days, and the Americans are somewhere north of you. Right now, you're moving along the scrub terrain and rocky terrain with the artillery slowly lumbering next to you. You can see to the north, Lombardini's second is crossing over a plateau, a crest. What are your orders?
I will maintain formation and proceed ahead.
Are you,
Uh,
are you maintaining relative distance with the artillery?
oh yeah, I'm outpacing them entirely.
Okay,
I'm just going ahead.
okay. Leave them behind.
The idea is to hit the next river.
Got it. All right, thank you. Let's see, Corona. All right, General Corona.
Yes, sir.
So let me make sure you can see your channel. Yes, you can. Okay. So you have the Mexican artillery, all of it. About a mile back, you moved off road. Your artillerymen are pretty tired and hungry. You've been marching 300 miles the last 3 weeks and haven't had a good meal in 3 days. But there's a battle before you and you must serve. Um, right now, the cavalry's right next to you, kind of marching along with you. As your slow, big guns are lumbering across the difficult terrain. You can see Second Division up north of you. What are your orders?
My orders are to continue northward and eventually flank south. Actually, is it okay to share the image from my planning? As it is a little hard to word exactly what I want. If I
Yeah, you
have
can
the
do that.
image,
That's fine.
thank you, thank you.
All right, thank
Making
you.
it very quickly. Trying to be as quick as I can about this.
I'll look at the image once you post it. It's not a big deal.
You could even
Says,
be a little generous because like they're on a road or near a road.
yeah, I mean, I don't. This is what he said.
Then that's what
I'm
they do.
pretty sure.
Okay. So we're gonna make it 8:15.
These are the. Okay, I just submitted my orders. Lane issued orders to move up. What did he say his? And then Bragg just issued orders, fire at the first unit they see.
Do you want the screenshots about the same size as initial?
Yeah, close to that. They might get smaller as the
I will-
battle happens, but
I will mention, James, I don't know if this is designed, but Bragg does not yet see the enemy. So
Yeah.
if the enemy is still not moving down the road, then his cannon will not be able to fire, I don't think.
well, they can fire now.
They have moved, so they're where they're supposed to be.
I'm gonna do. Or Miles, you want to roll the artillery? Sorry, I'm getting ahead of myself.
All right, I will.
Go for it.
Let's see.
There's your 3 dice.
Let's see what the range is and get this right.
It's already just 3/10 a mile.
All right, that's a mile. So 1 dice, no modifier, I think.
Well, there's 3 batteries, so 3 dice, no modifiers.
Where'd the hell they go? Threw them off the table.
You got too excited. So the easier way to roll it is select them and hit R, and you hit R a couple
Okay.
times. So select them all, hit R. There you go. There you go. That way they don't fly off the table.
I forget just how much of a nightmare I'm asking for whenever I say, people
All right.
ping me if you have things.
Looks like we've got 4 hits total.
Ooh, 1, 2, 3, 4. Yep.
All right.
So that light infantry goes from happy to not happy. They're broken. We can just leave them right
Yep.
there, then.
That's a little cruel. I'm not going to nod. That's a little cruel.
That's all right.
I'm already tired.
That's
Oh,
my
Lord.
whole cav corps.
Did Ortega see
or,
the
you know,
artillery? Should I include them in the screenshot?
Yeah. So now, well, for sure, Ortega would see it. Everyone's going to hear it. Yep. So
Alright.
let me do the screenshots for Lane.
It was in.
It's 8:15 now.
This is Ortega. I'm going to start sending out the report.
And then I've got Bragg as well.
Good to ride.
Yeah, go for it if you're
Uh,
done. I'm catching up on screenshots.
Okay, there were very few.
Yeah, there's not going to be in that first turn.
In this first turn. All right, so do we go to our people now?
Go for it.
All right.
All right. Oh, I'm all alone. Nope, Miles is here. You need help with screenshots, Miles, or you got it?
I've got them.
Thank you. I'm gonna drop down.
I'm just typing very slowly.
What are you typing?
I'm just typing, a little note.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
Okay. All right, General Corona. So your artillery continues to slowly make their way along the rough terrain. You can hear the burst of thunderous artillery fire to the north, maybe a mile away. It echoes across the ravines. And you can see that your cavalry has pulled ahead, leaving you behind, and Lombardini's division is also crossing up to the next plateau. What are your orders?
My orders are to continue heading northeastward and try to get myself up onto the plateau and get at least a view. But overall, to just keep going the way I initially planned.
Okay, got it. Thank you. All right, General Mignon. Your cavalry has advanced. There's a small, dry, very tiny goalie just ahead of you. But what's more concerning is that you can see Union cavalry deployed and actually moving towards you. You can also hear artillery fire far to the north and can see an infantry line at the next ridge over.
I will immediately deploy my light cavalry
Okay.
in line and attempt to push the enemy cavalry back while my lancers go around the right of their formation for flanking attack.
Okay. Got it.
And I will be with the lighter cavalry to coordinate that.
Okay. Got it. Thank you. All right, General Lombardini. So your division, it's a little bit slow going down and up the small gully and onto the next plateau, but they're slowly making their way forward. But now, as you crest onto the plateau yourself, one, you can hear artillery fire to the north, some distance away, and two, you can see American cavalry to your east and infantry on the ridge just to your north.
There. I'm not under fire though, correct?
No.
Okay. Have the first two divisions, first two brigades, advance forward. Have the second two move to what would be my right in line to support the cavalry.
Okay, so advance forward and then deploy in line on the right. Okay, got it.
Thanks.
How's it going, Miles?
I'm just getting Ortega here forming the line.
Right when I thought Lane or Amalgamated and Incorporated, I don't know what his Discord username is. Has interesting ideas enough in the Italy game. He brings up more interesting ideas here.
Oh, yeah.
So most of them is okay and understood. He just tells me he wants to squeeze in his formation, and also for some reason he wants to move his headquarters to the right. Just my one question: he says he wants to unroot the crops in front of him.
Gardening?
Sure. You're just clearing the way. Yeah, just tell them the men are doing that. It's fine.
Okay.
Can I ask you a question? Oh, go ahead, Miles. Sorry.
No, good.
These American cavalry fight like Civil War cavalry, like they dismount and shoot.
Correct. Now there are the Mexican Lancers that are more Napoleonic, but everyone else just going to dismount and shoot.
Okay. Chinhead wants to know if they can, if his dismounted cavalry can form square. I told him
Yeah.
no.
Well,
But, okay.
I guess not quickly. I mean, they're not trained for it, but
Yeah, and they've got like carbines, right? So if they brace it in the ground with their bayonet, it's not.
yeah, they're
gonna
not.
stop
They're not
pounding.
bayoneted, so
Yeah, no, that wouldn't work at all. They'd just die.
I mean, if that's his orders, he can do it.
No. He was saying he wanted to know for later. He wants to form a firing line and fire at these guys at long range.
Okay, so they're already dismounted.
Yeah, they're dismounting and shooting at the cab in front of them.
On another note, James,
Will
I
you
should
roll
mention
for them doing that? For them shooting the Mexicans. What was that?
me.
Yeah.
Oh, just very briefly, Bragg, he ordered his men to just stay position, hold, and continue firing, but when practical, to resort to using grape shot
Okay. They're
when the
not.
range becomes practical.
They're not quite in range
Holy
for that.
crap!
Um.
Bragg's artillery is deadly today.
Oh yeah. 663.
Oh,
Ouch.
We're gonna be done pretty quick, John.
it's starting to smell that.
Up, I just changed the unit to
That's
something.
fine. So this one should be. Was this one of the sixes? Should that should go 1 to 3?
Yeah. Yeah.
And then
I should go
3,
in 3.
2, like that.
Yeah.
Okay. Now remember, if they're doing things like formation changes or any kind of order changes, change of direction, anything, their movement should be halved just to reflect the delays that has. I think you all are doing fine. Just a reminder. It should be pretty ponderous to change things up.
All right, and rifle range again was what? Musket range?
About 200 or 2 grid lengths on this, 200 yards ish.
All right. Oh, he can shoot.
Oh, okay. Let's give them. Let them shoot at each other. You can roll for it. I'll just add the smokes.
He gets a hit.
Who's that? The guy on the U.S. or the Mexico?
The Mexican guy he just smoked. He's gonna shoot that closest U.S. infantry. He just gets one
I
hit.
swear, by the end of this, I'm going to be calling Bragg the butcher.
There's probably apocryphal
don't
quote I have to go back and find. That's like the South lost the Civil War in 1847 when a Mexican cannonball rolled into Bragg's tent and failed to explode.
All right, 8:30.
How is the U.S. supposed? How is Mexico supposed to win this? I mean, already they have 4 units near either broken or near breaking because of just Bragg's cannon. All their units are -1 already from marching, and they're attacking a well-entrenched U.S. position.
Well, it's not entrenched.
This is not supposed to be a game for the fun of it as much as game for historical scenario, right?
All for the fun of it.
Well,
Always
yeah,
for fun.
You know what I mean.
I do. I'm sorry.
Let's see.
Okay. We're doing the 8:30 turn, right?
Yep, 8:30.
Whoever did, I'll just steal it.
What was that?
I'm stealing Bragg's screenshot for Taylor because he co-located with him.
Oh,
I don't want him to
yeah.
have different.
Yeah, just do it.
An interesting thing I've learned regarding doing dispatch is that you can just copy paste the dispatch and then automatically put it into the person's channel that which it's being sent to, and just leave it there. It'll automatically save, and then once a screenshot comes in, you just hit enter to every single channel.
That's a good trick.
Mark? We ride?
Yeah,
Go
it's
for
a
it.
good trick. Well, Santa Ana did not get to receive a.
Alright, I'm going down to get updates. You good, Miles?
Yep. Making the updates now.
Alrighty. Alright, General Corona. Your artillery, with you at the head, continues to lumber along the rocky, rough terrain. Up ahead, you can hear small arms fire now. An exchange going on between the infantry and cavalry up ahead of you. Artillery fire continues to sound to the north, though you can't see it from here. Yes, what are your orders?
Ah, good heavens. This seems like a mess from the screenshot. The first thing I need to know, though, is the orientation of the screenshot. It seems like north is now upward within the screenshot.
Yep.
Is that correct?
Yep, north is up.
Okay. Thank you. That's quite helpful to know. Let's see. This is very interesting, the situation that's going on. And from my understanding, that's cavalry right in front of us, right?
Yep, that's your cavalry right in front of you.
Is it dismounted or mounted cavalry?
Right now they're mounted.
Could they possibly dismount?
Yep.
Okay, thank you. That helps a lot. All right. My orders for now is to currently move my artillery slightly more upward compared to what's in the screenshot, and try to unlimber the artillery from the west of that little, basically the edge of the plateau, and just west to east kind of deal.
Alright, you got it.
Thank you very much.
Alright, General. What's your last name? Vicente Mignon. I keep forgetting. Alright, so your hussars get into. Probably more like dragoons. I don't think they're hussars. They get into formation. It's a bit difficult to move on the slopes of the mountain or hill to your east, although your lancers try to get up on it more to follow your orders to get on the right. But even as you have your cavalry forming up, the Americans have dismounted and are firing at extreme range towards you and starting to land some shots.
Okay. So this terrain is going to be a pain in the butt. Nope. We're still going to try and drive it true. So we will directly assault forward and try and hit the left of their formation. And I guess the lancers that broke off, they'll just follow behind the main formation, because dealing with the difficult terrain isn't worth it.
Okay.
So we'll focus on their left.
Thank you. All right, General Lombardini. So your first brigade has advanced, still in column formation, and has come under fire from the Americans on the opposite ridge. Your second brigade has deployed in line on your right, as ordered. And you can see the cavalry forming up also on your right, with the artillery still moving up in your rear.
Yeah, have the second brigade advance to try to engage the cavalry, and have the first brigade form a line and trade fire with the Americans.
Okay.
Oops, sorry. Okay. Hello, just making sure. Can
Yep.
you hear me?
Yeah, I got you.
Oh, sorry.
I was just doing it
All
while
right.
you talked and catching up.
Oh, all good. Sorry.
I think that's everyone actually. You guys are beating me. This is the first.
Yep, we're all done.
A quick question with the cav over here. Chinleaf said he wanted to countercharge if he was charged. I think he has enough room to remount. I think it's a terrible idea, but I think he can do it. So I don't know if these guys are charging him in the face. I think some Mexican cavalry would like move over there and not let themselves get charged in the flank.
Right. I don't know if they'd remount and charge in that time. What do you think? Would they?
I mean, so they're at the farthest range of their muskets, right? So what's that, like 200 yards of their carbines?
Mhm.
I think in 200 yards they have time to get in their horse and countercharge. I think it's going to get them all killed, and they should have just shot them because now they don't have an advantage over these guys.
To whoever is rolling Bragg's cannon, just to note, their left cannon that is firing, not the horse artillery, their left cannon is to continue firing on the infantry that is currently engaged with their troops. The center cannon that is firing, and the other two cannon are to just continue the slaughterhouse as he described it. But he wishes, if possible, them to also aim at the enemy headquarters.
You want to do the infantry fight over here, McPanzer, and I'll do the cavalry.
So,
Are we doing the third turn now?
Yeah, we're doing combat for it.
La di da di da. Dispatch.
I'm a little lost, gentlemen.
All right, what do you need?
okay.
All right, I've done 2 turns.
Yep.
And I'm waiting for orders for my guys. So I'm just, what turn are we on?
So it is currently 8. Wait, we started at 8, right?
It's already 8.
We
So
just
I've,
gave-
I've
we
done
just-
8.
We gave the 8:30 update. We got orders for 8:30 to 8:45.
Got it. So we're doing the third turn. Got
Yeah,
it.
we're doing the third turn. They should be giving you orders verbally when you're with them. Like I just give them an update and then ask for their orders right there.
Oh, I make him type them.
Oh, well, okay. I guess
I will now go to oral.
yeah.
No, you can.
You can make them type them if you want. It just takes longer, so usually we do it verbally for a live game.
Times, but then some people will read you the phone book with their 17 contingencies.
Yeah, it's hard.
All right, infantry fight stuff.
I give people clear orders. Ping me whenever you have a dispatch. Half the people don't. Just read the stupid orders I give you.
Hey, that's how dispatch writers get shot by stray.
I swear, I'm just going to stop sending dispatches that don't ping me.
Yeah, that's fine.
Haha.
And then this artillery's firing on the infantry now. Didn't do anything. All right, that combat's done. Miles, is all your combat done?
He
Oh, he
went
went.
to harass people.
Okay.
I don't think the cannon have been done. As said, left cannon on the 2, center and right cannon on the 3s, and also the headquarters, if possible.
Yeah, I'll do it real fast. 4, 2, 2, 1. So fighting each other. He's on a hill. Nothing. Easy. Alright, you can go ahead and do screenshots, I think. Lane 840.
I have permission to not process their dispatch if they don't ping me, because I'm a little tired of going through all 10 channels and seeing dispatch.
Yeah, just send them another reminder and
I just did. I just did in the general chat. So sent one to Lane. General Taylor. Which way is north?
up.
Up.
The Union rear. The Union rear.
Look at the big red arrow on the map.
Make all the letters upside down. Then you know you're right.
Yeah, Union's north.
All right.
Stealing lanes.
All right, gentlemen, I've done my combat. Bragg's artillery seems to be running out of ammunition.
All right.
Are they really, or did they just roll it?
No, they just roll poorly.
Sorry, guys. I seemed in my copying of the dispatch to have accidentally pinged all of you. Whoops. Not my,
Oh, no.
Not my intention.
You are banished.
James, at this point, I'm surprised you haven't banished me a lot earlier, James, for a whole lot of reasons. La-di-da.
We ride?
Yep, if you're done.
Okay. Who's doing Santa Ana?
I think
I am.
mine's.
All right.
Alright, I'm gonna go get updates. Alright, General Corona.
Indeed, I'm here.
What's that?
Oh, I'm here.
Okay. Yep, so your artillery's starting to unlimber. Your battery in San Patricios have unlimbered, and Corona's battery is firing now into the Union line. Valaria and Leon are still arriving and have not unlimbered yet. To the northeast, you can see that your cavalry have charged forward and are battling the American cavalry, and Lombardini's infantry are exchanging fire with the U.S. across the ravine. What are your orders?
My orders. It's quite a difficult situation. I okay, there is a deployment. Let me draw it out real quick. That won't be too long. Alright, here we go. My apologies for the wait. I'm just trying to be sure. If the other guns have not unlimbered yet, I'd like them to unlimber
Okay.
somewhere on the black line, as that was what I was originally wanting for the whole battery. But if we can get at least 2 of those tokens unlimbered on that line, that'd be very much appreciated.
Okay.
The other 2 that are within the ditch, I would like them to go up on top of that hill right behind them to the west, and try to have a little higher elevation for the guns. That's about it.
That's smart.
Thank you very much.
Alrighty. Alright, General Mignon, you charge into the Union. I'm not used to U.S. Mexican War. You charge into the American infantry. They fire as you come in, and it's quite deadly. Those that are on the hill on your right mount and charge in themselves onto your flank, but your 5th Brigade moves to counter. It's not looking great on your front line. Good news is you got lots of healthy reserves still. So, what are your orders?
We will maintain the melee. Have the what is that? The 4th.
Mm-hmm.
Be prepared to swap out with who may break in the front line, and send the 2nd Lancer to assist the melee on the right.
Got it. Thank you. All right, General Lombardini.
All right. Have the 1st Brigade pull back a bit towards more the center of the ridge line, and have the 2nd. If they have a good field of fire on the cavalry, keep firing. If not, they're to kind of pull back and form a line sort of along with the 1st along the center of the ridge line, if that makes sense.
Okay. Got it. Thank you.
Yep.
Ha! Beat everyone this time. I'm gonna roll combat. +2, so 6. That turns into 3. That's pretty.
So Chinleaf's orders are make sure the Lancers don't get a charge bonus. I'm like, bro, that's not how it works.
You don't determine the bonuses, you just give the orders. I'm rolling pretty good for the U.S. at the moment.
Man, imagine how mad Desert Fox would be.
There you go. That's
better. Shouldn't say better.
Yeah, who are we rooting for?
Oh.
That's enough. Alright, so they're breaking. They got 1 brigade left, but they're not going to stick around.
Maybe just move them. Yeah, okay.
They'll be. And then they'll push up, but the rest will. They'll be breaking as well.
You've had orders that he was going to refuse his left in case this happened and shoot at ponies. I don't know if it happened fast enough, but I'm going to put smoke there at least.
Yeah, no, they can.
So let's see
They can start.
So this guy should be able to. You said 2.5 down the road.
Yeah.
I'm gonna, because he kind of wants. Okay, this guy's gonna go up here. These guys are going through brush, so I'd say right there. And I'd say right there, and he's gonna be right behind. And they are going to be... Okay, yeah, that seems okay. Should have asked him what he wanted to do with the supply, if anything. Alright, so that's that, and then Bragg just ordered continue firing. Let's see what the story is for dispatches.
Miles, are you rolling that? No, he's not here yet. What's taking him so long? I'm gonna roll for his artillery. Actually, I'm not gonna roll for him. I'll let him do it. He could do it.
I think we're gonna have lots and lots of time.
Yeah.
Dispatch to Corona.
Are the
Who
Mexicans
the hell is Corona?
chilling
Oh.
under the guns? They're just like, yeah, I'm in artillery range, but I'll just stand here and not go forward. That's fine.
Who's that?
So...
Oh, those guys.
The entire Mexican army,
Yeah, I don't know. They're like, we'll just stand here and take it.
right? Like, I can understand go forward. I can understand go back. I
I'd
don't
get-
understand stand there and take it.
I'd get behind this hill right here, and then, well, maybe I wouldn't do that. I wouldn't stand there and take it. I'd get behind the hill and at least like charge the infantry where the artillery can't get me.
Yeah, I don't really understand what the Mexicans' plan is right now. I'm being honest.
Bragg doesn't even have all his guns fired. I know that it's because they can't, and that's fine.
Well, the U.S. So the Mexicans don't have, because Lombardini's hurt pretty bad. But with their cavalry routed,
This battle is practically already over.
I think the U.S. line will hold. But if they're smart, Lombardini will just sit there and let the artillery pound their side while the cavalry get in position and flank them. We'll see.
Or they get Pacheco to go east, maybe.
Yeah. Yeah, if you got Pacheco to go east, wait till he arrives, just pound him until then, and then have a concerted attack with Pacheco and the cavalry. You'd rout Wool
Get
doing
around
that.
Wool's left. Yeah, and I think if they route Wool, like, that's
I mean,
most of the
Wool's everything, so
Right.
we'll see if that happens. But if they let Ortega sit there and take artillery fire, you're going to lose a whole division. Which that happened historically. They charged up that road and ate a bunch of grape shot and ran away.
Then I think the system is perfect.
Yeah, we didn't even get to grape shot yet. Yeah, I'm gonna go
Is this
see
round shot, or do these guys have shells?
I don't round. Hold on.
Ah. Good day, Mr. Umpire James.
Hello. I'm checking on Miles, making sure he's doing all right.
He's doing okay. He's just doing his final order.
Okay.
Apparently, I am.
I, as Santa Anna's 2IC, has drawn a wonderful map to represent our
yes.
forces.
Oh, pretty.
Really cream of the crop stuff we got.
Oh, we are top-notch mappers. No one can say otherwise. No one can say it. Unfortunately, I fear we're mapping our defeat, but, you know, at least the historians of the future will be happy.
All right. Santa Ana, you're with Pachero.
All right, we're going to move back up to voice 1 then.
That's what you can see.
Miles, can I briefly talk to you?
All right, I'll go to the Empire.
Whoa. Quick
Yeah.
question. Santa Ana's channel. Your screenshot at 10:50. Is that the last turn or this turn? Because he just sent a dispatch. I don't know if, but
Deliver it the
theoretically
next
it was
turn.
after what?
Just deliver it next turn. It's
Yeah,
fine.
that's fine. Just
Dispatch
deliver
letter
it.
got lost or something.
All right.
There's no 1050.
His last request to me 5 minutes ago was to move to Pachero, which we just did.
Okay.
We're doing the 9 o'clock turn,
It's
right?
about to be 9 o'clock. Miles, have you rolled artillery yet?
Yeah, I've already done it.
Okay. Do you need me to take one of your people to help? Are they taking forever with their orders, or what's going on?
It's probably me.
Probably not.
But what? I don't think so. Normally,
Happens to me all the time.
what would be helpful for you to speed things up?
Why don't I keep Ortega since he's getting beat up? Why don't you take Pachero? Because they're not doing that much anyway.
Okay, I'll take Pacheco, and I'll do, since they're together at least, I'll do Santana this next turn.
Okay.
Okay.
I'm doing screenshots.
Miles, can you do me one favor?
Sure.
It's can you denote the time from now on with your screenshots, because it's just hard for me to know what time
Sure.
they're sending their dispatches, so I just don't know when to send them.
Got it. All right. So the next one will be 0900.
0900. Yep.
Okay, so it does look like this was.
Hey, McPanzer. Is he gone? He's gone.
I don't know. I just waiting for Lombardini. Yada yada yada.
How do I add a status marker?
You don't know what?
A new one? You can copy paste it.
Yeah.
Hit Control C on the first one,
All right.
and then Control V.
Got it.
There was no.
Going to get updates. All right, General Corona. So your artillery has moved back onto the plateau, which is a better position. And from there, you can see the battle as it unfolds. Your artillerymen firing into the Union line. You've got 3 batteries going. Leon has just arrived and is unlimbering. You can see the cavalry fight has mostly ended. It looks like Mignon has won, or at least held the ground, with the U.S. fleeing, but many of his brigades are fleeing southwest. Lombardini's backed up. Looks like one of his brigades is partially broken. The other one's holding. And you can still hear artillery fire to the north besides your own. What are your orders?
Lovely. Well, my orders this turn are pretty simple, actually. Let me just do some. I'm gonna draw again just to be a little more precise.
Just do it verbally. I can't wait for you to draw.
Okay, I want the batteries on the east side to move further north along that little line, that little squiggly line,
Okay.
and everything else just stays the same. I want them to move up, unlimber again, and keep firing.
Okay.
One on the plateau just stays and continues its bombardment. Thank you.
Thank you. All right, General Mignon, a lot happened in the last few minutes. your second Lancers plunged in and were able to help begin to break the American cavalry, and then 4th Brigade stepped in as well. And so finally the Americans have broken and are fleeing. You've got about half your command is also broken and kind of, well, not kind of, they're fleeing to the rear as well. You still got some cavalry that are healthy, but the American infantry have turned and are starting to fire at you from a distance. What are your orders? Hello?
Yeah, I'm here.
Okay.
I'm here. This is tricky. I will follow. I'll pursue their cavalry down. I want to go ahead and knock them out completely. Actually, no. I'll pursue to get into the rear of the infantry. So we're crossing the river.
Okay.
Crossing the river to get in the rear of the infantry.
Just with those units that are still healthy?
Yes. Yeah.
Okay. All right, thank you. All right, General Lombardini. So half of your 1st Brigade is breaking and fleeing to the rear. The other one's holding and recovering. Your 2nd Brigade is firing at the Union position across the ridge because the cavalry have fled and Mignon's in pursuit.
Great. Well, I admit my sort of being a novice at this. If it's a possible thing that my commander can do, I would like to attempt to rally the fleeing elements of the 1st Brigade. If that's not a thing, then I would like everyone. Well, I guess either way, that would be my instinct.
Yeah,
I
you
guess
can
I
do
would
that.
say that I'd like my forces to try, to basically keep doing what they're doing for now. And I would like to theoretically try to rally them, telling them, I guess, that reinforcements are on the way, if that's a thing that... Because that is the thing that I believe is true, as far as I know. But that wasn't a very good order, but that's like where my head's at right now, is that I would like to try to, just
Yep, I
talk
got it.
down anyone who's feeling, vibe check along the line.
Okay, General Pacheco and Santana. I have you for this turn. So you can see Ortega to the north, deployed in line. They are getting heavily pounded by American artillery.
Yeah.
You could hear your own artillery firing to the southeast. Corona's on a plateau over that way. It's kind of hard to see with the mountains and hills and plateaus all around you, but you can hear small arms fire to the east, in addition to the artillery, and that's about it.
Okay. Pacheco, I think you have your orders. Yes.
My division didn't move last turn.
I guess not. They got held
Oh
up.
well, let's just pray second division held
They got
out.
held up by a rattlesnake. What are your orders this turn? I'll double move you.
We're gonna go right up the valley. That's just directly to the right of our current command position to try and go all the way up that to get on our far right flank to support our cavalry, which we hear is under attack.
Okay. You're staying with Pacheco?
Yes, I'm staying with Pacheco. Sorry to micromanage Desert Fox, but
No problem.
this is important. I'm only hoping Ortega can survive the bombardment.
Plus, I can blame you when things go wrong.
Good point. How smart of you. Really thinking ahead.
I expect Pacheco to somehow take over the cavalry by the end of this battle.
I'm surprised he didn't start with it.
I know. Okay. Thank you.
That's where I'm headed.
Hey, McPanzer.
Yeah.
Will you do screenshots for Lane and Bragg going forward?
Absolutely.
Thank you.
I will trade you a question though, because I think Chenleaf just got all these guys killed. He's being
Wait. Are we doing screenshots? Sorry, I didn't
Not yet, Bob.
get that.
Hold on. Stop
Quite yet.
interrupting. Okay,
So
go ahead.
they're getting chased by 3 squadrons of cav, right?
Yep.
He orders them to dismount and shoot at them.
Okay, they're just gonna
I
get
think
overrun and
I
broken.
think they get a round of shooting and then they just get monstrously killed.
We'll just,
So they're gonna shoot at the guys in the center.
sure, go for it.
Great. Yay.
Nope,
All
nothing.
right, I'm done with the 9:30 for Ortega. You want me to post it?
We're at 9:15. How'd you get to 9:30?
We're about to post 9:15.
Yeah, we're almost to 9:15.
I just posted 9:15. Okay.
Okay.
So I'm taking
Bragg
Bragg
went to
and Lane.
Yeah,
I'm
just-
just gonna take the Union screenshots.
Yeah, you basically got Union screenshots.
Bragg moved to lane.
Okay.
Uh,
Well, when you do their updates, you can move them if they haven't moved yet.
The Union CIC and their commander are trying to rally these cav. I might put them back next turn.
Holy crap! What happened to those calf?
Got routed.
More Mexican cavalry.
La di da.
It's really the only chance the Mexicans have is to beat their cav and then take over the flank.
They
That's
gotta take their flank.
that which. Whoops.
Which I don't mind.
Don't McPanzer. Don't do screenshots yet. I did not see the exact thing that which you wanted me to do.
Okay. I did the cav people.
Oh, but don't do. I meant for Lane and Bragg because he wants me to do something very specific.
Well, he's being shot at. Oh no, he's not being shot at. Okay.
We're talking about 2 completely different things.
Alright, my combat's done on the east side.
Oh, I left. Died.
All right. All right. I'm done with orders, and I have all. The heck. Dispatches ready.
I'm doing screenshots now. So many hands in the way.
Wait, that doesn't seem right.
I used to wait for hands to get out of the way, now I don't.
I'm getting non-rectangular screenshots. What more do you want from me?
Is it the 9:15, 10:15 turn? What is
It's
it?
9:15.
Oh, 9:15. Okay. So Miles, you already did your screenshot then.
Yeah,
All right.
I'm done.
Now he's Speedy
Sorry,
Gonzalez.
getting slightly.
Well, yeah, I've only got one division now. It's easy.
That's true. I might hand it back to you in a little bit.
The godlike powers you have, James.
It's true. Try not to let it go to my head.
It's already there, buddy.
Oh, that's true. Okay, I think my screenshots are done. I'm gonna go get orders.
I need a screenshot for Bragg.
That's McPanzer. Is he still here? Yeah.
I did it. Yeah, that was my 5th one. All done.
Do 5 screenshots faster. Okay, I'm going. All right, General Corona, your Eastern artillery batteries move up as ordered. Your ones right before you on the plateau are firing still. Seem to be having pretty good effect. You can see Pacheco and Santana himself are on the march just across the ridge or the valley or gully just north of you, marching east. You can see the Cav have gone even further northeast, and Lombardini's kind of holding position.
Lovely, lovely. This is excellent. All right, well, this is going to be a little repetitive, but I'd like the Eastern Battery to once again to move forward again, probably to the middle of that ground,
Okay.
right behind those 2 regiments, if
I'm
possible,
moving
and
up.
to continue on the bring in firing. The Western one will just remain as is for now. Thank you.
Yep, you got it. Thank you. All right, General Mignon. So your cavalry crossed that little gully there. The American Kentucky cavalry try to make a stand. Some may call it foolish as they fire on you, but you just slam into them and send them on their way to join the rest of their routed comrades. The 1st Illinois are firing on you from the west and starting to get annoying. But other than that, you're on the American flank and have the plateau before you.
Awesome. We will try and maintain distance as well as we can and dismount while I try and motivate the men, give a bit of rest.
Okay, so get out of range and dismount and rest up.
Yep.
Okay, got it.
Actually, you know what? If we're going to be out of range, we want to stay mounted.
Okay.
I just want to be able to rest the men.
All right, you do receive word from the rest of your cavalry. They've, from your leaders, they've stopped fleeing and are regrouping and should join you within the next hour.
Wonderful. Yep. Just tell them to get over here, form up.
Okay, thank you.
Somewhere, God knows.
All right, generals. So Pacheco's division is swiftly marching to the east. As you do, you can see the Union line on the next ridge over to the north. Lombardini's 2nd Brigade's exchanging fire with their far left. Corona's on the plateau ridge to your south, firing with half his batteries moving up through the rocky terrain. Lombardini himself is rallying the 1st Brigade, or half of it anyway.
Right. What's left? Pacheco, ready to give your orders?
Yeah. I want 4 of my blocks to line the left side of the infantry that's currently firing,
Okay.
and then keep 2 of them in reserve and have the 2 in reserve help get the guns up where they should be.
Oh, good idea, yeah.
Are you staying here, Santana?
Actually, I'm going to go visit the artillery that's south of us.
All right. Lombardini, your orders?
My orders are to get the 1st Brigade back together as a reserve, and then just begin pulling the 2nd Brigade, right in a rightwards direction, slowly as best they can under fire.
Okay, got it. Thank you. Is it a bit different from the Antietam experience?
It is a little bit different. It's not that much. Let me roll some artillery since they don't appear to be moving it.
Once again, you have the static division that's not moving much.
You want to know something funny? Lane and Bragg were just chatting to each other because the Union has not done a very good job in dispatches. Lane and Bragg are like, this is weird. What is going on the left flank? Where are all the Mexican cav? Can someone tell us what is going on?
Yep.
Yeah, this
Alright.
battle has changed. I thought this was going to be a mess for the Mexicans. Never mind.
McPanzer, you? Well, I guess it's okay. That may have been a lot of movement, too much all at once. I'd maybe show them mid-movement. Not that it'll matter much.
Okay.
But...
There's only one for the 3 disrupted guys. Nobody moved more than 1.
Yeah, okay, that's right. I forget the scale of this thing.
All right, I've done combat for 9:30. Let me know when you want me to post it.
Yeah.
Wait. What was I going to say? I'm blanking out what I was going to say.
Well, then
All right. Lane has not yet gotten his orders in for some reason. He said he was drawing it on the screen, so just give it a second.
Okay.
Okay.
Let's see. Corona, Santana.
Bragg only scored one hit this turn with artillery, so if he moves them.
Yeah, but he's like held up the
Uh,
Mexican army all north. Good
Yeah.
job.
Although they are doing what we suggest. I mean, Pacheco went behind that hill, but I don't know what they're going to do now. We'll see.
I didn't give Wool a lot of vision of it, but
Yeah.
he figured it out.
dispatch to.
What is the Mexican cavalry doing?
They're,
Oh, this
they're
dispatch is
reforming and
hilarious.
resting up.
This dispatch is hilarious on Ortega's part. He literally just writes to his CIC. Dispatch to Santa Ana, form Ortega, 3rd Division. Yes, sir. No context, no nothing, just yes,
So
sir.
he's replying. He got an order from Santa Ana to hold and not get destroyed.
They're just acknowledging it.
Wait. Wait. Lane has not yet got. Okay, Lane just got his orders in, so let me fix this. Sorry. Wait, what? Oh, that's what he wants. Oh, okay, I see.
Ortega advanced a brigade,
Ooh.
so that may be coming to play here. No, it won't.
I think advance the brigade is a very famous set of last words.
Advance the brigade.
All right, so I just did Lane's orders. Has anyone done artillery fire for Bragg?
Yeah, it's done.
I've done it.
All right, then.
Okay, I'm done. I'm going down.
Go and stopping this whole time.
All right, gentlemen. General Santana joins Corona on the plateau next to his loud, thunderous artillery. To the south, you can see some of your cavalry's recovering. You can see Pacheco and Lombardini forming up, and it looks like the Union are maneuvering, pulling back perhaps to the north.
Okay. I'll write dispatches to the others. So yeah, Corona, you know the drill. You're already moving to those positions.
Yep.
Hopefully the cavalry can keep the enemy distracted. I'm going to go back over to 1st Division, hope that see if they're holding.
So you're going to Pacheco? Or,
Yes.
Or,
Not 1st Division, 3rd Division, 3rd Division, Ortega.
okay.
I can see 1st Division. They're just fine right now.
Got it.
And myself, nothing really changes. I'll just be heading over to my guns on the east. Or at least the north now. Go stand by those 2 guns instead of the ones here on the plateau.
Okay.
Hello? Everything okay?
Yep, I'm just making the movements while I sit
Okay,
here.
thank you.
We're good.
My internet's been off, so I wasn't sure. Thank you.
Alright, General Mignon, you pull back your cavalry to a safe distance, and it appears the Americans have done the same. They've turned their line to face you better. So now you're way out of distance, about, well, not quite half a mile. Your men and horses are resting now. And in the far north, you can see the American cavalry are reforming as well. What are your orders?
We will continue to rest in position and wait for the rest of my command to return.
Do you want
I've
them
done
to
my
fully
job.
recover before returning, or return now?
No, let them recover a good bit, just in case,
Okay.
and then return afterwards.
Got it. All right, General Lombardini, you Your second brigade shifts east. Fortunately, the Americans have pulled back, so they're no longer under fire. It makes the maneuver easier. Your first brigade has moved up and is consolidated again and formed up in reserve. Corona has his artillery moving up, about to pass through your line, and then Pacheco's forming up on your left.
All right, great. I would like to ideally get the first brigade, I guess a little bit over to the a little bit over to my right.
Okay.
And then I'd like to I would like to meet with Pacheco.
Okay. Got it. Thank you. All right, General Pacheco, your division is starting to form up on the left of Lombardini. You can see some of Corona's guns moving up as well. The Americans have pulled back and are reforming further away.
All right. I will. Let's form 2 assault columns with 4 blocks, keeping the other 2 blocks back, continuing helping the guns. And they're just to form for now. They're there to wait until the guns are firing before advancing.
Okay. Got it. Thank you. Let's see.
All right, James, how's it going?
It's going good. It's kind of a lull, mid-battle lull. The Americans have pulled back. Only artillery fire on my side. There are things on your end. What's Ortega
I'm
doing?
waiting to get ready to do 945.
Yeah. Well, you can roll the combat for it because I think you'll just have the artillery again.
Yeah, I just got to move a unit up to a hill. There's one lone Mexican brigade advancing. And what's musketry range again? I'm sorry.
About 2.
2? All right. Oh, he's going to get a bunch of He's not going to like being in that position.
They might fall back behind that hill pretty quickly.
Yeah, because he's going to have at least 3 musketry fires. And I'm going to give him 2 of the artillery too.
Oof. Or his orders just to.
They go up there and snipe at the U.S. He'll fire. I'll roll his dice now. He missed. Roll the U.S. musketry. 2. I'll give him a hit. Damn it! I broke the unit again.
Just hit one while you're hovering over it. It'll be.
Got it. I'm not hovering over the number. There we go. Right. Musketry was pretty deadly. Let's do some artillery. Just talking to myself.
Yeah, you're fine. Will you do? Will you take Santana back since he's with Ortega?
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't know who is doing the cannon fire for Bragg. Can you please stop for a second because Bragg seems to be ordering a general ceasefire for his cannon.
That's fine. We can roll it and then.
I haven't
All right, but okay.
haven't done them yet.
Just give me one more second.
He's not shooting this turn.
Cavalry's going to have a staring contest.
Yep.
Do the Mexican cavalry commanders know that their lancers are chilling in the back?
Yep. He wants them to rest
All right.
before they come up.
I was wondering the same thing. All right, I'm ready to post 9:45 when you guys are.
I think I actually have to be shot. I don't think I have to shoot anyone.
Yeah, I already rolled for the artillery fire on you guys, on yours.
I'll just make it pretty.
Go for it. Oh no, they're not firing yet. The rear back.
Oh, never mind. Okay,
We're good.
it's already pretty.
Hey, James, can you give me a extra status marker? One disappeared for the. There you go. Got it. Thank you.
I don't know what Bob's waiting
I
on.
can't copy in a Mac.
That's weird. Oh, Control C, Control V doesn't work.
Nope.
That's weird.
Will be copyrighted.
Oh, is that a Microsoft thing?
I had to copyright it, patented it, or whatever the appropriate.
You can, if you right click the icon, you can probably, there's a copy option there. You hit copy and then you can probably clone. Let me see if I can do it. Copy.
Two very quick things.
Oh crap.
Three quick things actually. Bragg
Uh-oh.
thought the enemy was out of range.
James just killed the universe.
Okay, it's fixed.
What just happened?
I cloned
I
them.
can fix it right now.
I got it. Don't worry.
Oh, okay. Three very quick things. Bragg did not realize that the enemy was only half a mile away, hence still in range of his cannon.
Mhm.
So I said a staff officer pipes in and says, "Sir, they're still in range." So he's still ordering them to fire. Question for you, James. He's ordering his cannon to fire except his horse artillery,
That's fine.
which he said he wants to move in direction of Wool. Now, my question is, how does that work with limbering? I don't know if he just moves, if he limbers.
Yeah, it takes half a turn to limber, so just show it there on its way.
All right, and that's supposed to go under command of Wool now.
Okay.
So if someone can update. And then what was the final thing? Between James, between you and McPanzer, Lane got slightly annoyed, to say the least, between the 0900 turn and the 0930 turn, given that you guys switched who's taking screenshots, because he said the whole reason as to why he went on the hill was to maintain vision of that road to the extreme right beyond the gullies, the deep gullies. Something that before you were showing James on when he was not even on the hill, but then when he got on the
just tell him to.
I did, but he's insisting that he wishes to maintain vision of that area.
Well, he'll get what he gets.
Okay, in that case.
That's fine. You can throw me under the bus.
Right,
I don't much care.
All right, let's go.
Okay.
All right, General Mignon. Your cavalry and men continue to rest. You can see the Americans seem to be continuing to pull back. You can see the cavalry in the distance. Yep. Any orders?
No, just continue to wait. Yep. Actually, I'll call the rest of my men to come up here and join up with the formation here.
Okay. Got it.
Flank has.
All right, the three of you are co-located. So Pacheco's got 2 brigades formed in assault columns. Corona's got his artillery finally at the edge of the ridge, where it can start firing at the enemy, and Lombardini shifted his division to the right. What are your orders?
Alright. I want to get those steel slums start moving forward, throw out skirmishers in front of them,
Okay.
and get the 2 reserves lined up behind them as well.
All right. Moving with them or just lined up? I guess, well,
Moving with them behind.
got it. Okay. Corona, your orders?
My orders is the section I'm currently with, both of those sections, to just fire and support the advance of the infantry. While the southern sections, the one on the plateau, I'd like them to actually come up north and line up with the other sections and try to reform all the artillery back into a single battery. Again, please.
All right, got it. Lombardini?
And I would like to advance the second brigade, the second brigade with the first brigade close in support. Sort of keep with an eye to keeping, with an eye to not getting into an engagement, but just kind of trying to keep pressure.
Sure. And are you guys staying here together, or are you going to move with your divisions?
I'm moving with my division.
I'm moving with my division as well.
Got it. All right. Good luck. Let's see.
I am slightly late on dispatches. Whoops.
If we need to, we can all take them over and do them ourselves individually.
It's fine. It's fine. Just for some, how do I say this? My orders got very delayed by confusion with Bragg, so I just got to the dispatches up much later than usual.
Sure.
We're on the 0945 turn.
We were, yep. Next one will be 10.
All right.
Have you gotten orders already?
Okay. Me?
Yeah.
No, I just finished the dispatches of
Oh, yeah, you're way behind.
last.
Go get the orders.
Sorry.
Got a rare moment of peace. See what people are posting in general discussion. See what dispatches Taylor's getting. General Taylor from Wool. Oh, I think they're co-located now. Withdrawal going well so far. I can see 2 batteries and 8 infantry regiments opposite me. Enemy cavalry withdrew southeast, presumably to reform. Will continue withdraw onto Bragg's Ridge. Let's see, Taylor wrote to Bragg, Mexican cav concentrated on our left, took heavily casualties against our cavalry while routing them. We are currently regrouping our cav to reinforce Wool. It is imperative he sends his half battery ASAP. Let's see, what would be some other interesting dispatches be? Let's see, Santana got something from Pacheco. Yankee lines have turned to face the cavalry. I'm forming assault columns intend to attack as soon as the guns can support me. Lombardini wrote, good news, Commander. The enemy is falling back rapidly from their previous position. Seems to be afraid of the cavalry or whatever remains. I advise pulling up guns as soon as possible, giving them a nice long bombardment. Mignon tells me the enemy division has 7 elements intact. And then Mignon wrote, I chose to eliminate the cavalry and display strength, therefore turning their flank to relieve pressure on our second, as they've done now. Currently waiting for my command to recover and return. We'll keep an eye on enemy cavalry just behind their infantry lines. Sorry, I was reading dispatches while I waited.
You're fine.
It was like poetry.
The orders from my guys are just literally to maintain position and do exactly what they were doing, holding, except for the horse artillery, which is to continue their journey.
I think Chenleaf is dead.
All right, that one lone Mexican brigade on the hill has withdrawn to the reverse slope.
Okay.
And then the artillery just keep pounding Ortega.
Yep. Alright, my side, not too much on my side, so I guess we're ready for 10.
I'm ready for 10.
Yep.
Did you hear me about Chenleaf?
Can we?
Is he
can
really
we
dead?
just hold a second?
No, like his token's not dead. He just yep.
Oh,
Let's just
that's fine.
wait 1 second because I'm looking at people's channels and it seems like a lot of people are typing probably for dispatches.
Well, that's fine. If they don't get it in before we process it, it'll be the next turn. We don't need to wait on them.
All right, that's fine.
10 o'clock we go.
10 it is.
And Santa Ana moved over to Pachenko.
Oh, okay, I'll take him back then.
Big Panther, when you meant... Oh, of course he's gone. Never mind.
Let's see.
Lordy, lordy, lord.
Chenleaf is back.
Okay.
He went AFK.
Screenshot.
It's a story of Bragg's artillery, them getting the luckiest shots on Earth for the first 3 turns and then not hitting again.
I don't know. Alright, I think I did all my screenshots. Going down. Alright, General Mignon. Your men, after resting for over half hour, are feeling much better now. They're reloaded, rearmed, ready to go. You can see your other cavalrymen arriving to your southwest. The infantry to your west are advancing in line and column towards the Union position. Sorry, American position. I see blue, I think Union. Yep.
Awesome. What I want to be done is I'll send orders for the 3 brigades that are returning. I want to take front and center, and I want the other lancer. I want both my lancers to go off on the right, separate from the formation, and mirror the enemy cavalry. After that, we're just going to advance along with the our infantry, dismount, and engage their infantry.
Okay, so advance, dismount, then like infantry, just advance and fire. Kind of work together
Yep.
with Lombardini. Okay.
Yeah. While the lancers keep mirroring the enemy cav. Yeah.
Got it. Thank you. Alright. Corona's no longer here. I'll do him separately.
Thank you.
All right.
All right. So your update. At the moment you're in a ravine, so you can't see much outside of it.
Yeah.
Corona's guns are firing. You can see Lombardini advancing to the east, and yeah, that's about it.
Okay. Do we have to give orders right this second, or can I have a moment?
You can talk to Pacheco. I'll come back. All right, General Lombardini. Corona's guns start firing near you. You are advancing towards the Union left. You can see
Brilliant.
Pacheco advancing as well.
Yes. I would like. Okay, so first off, just to clarify, at the risk of just being stupid, is the gray area that I see ahead of me? That is down, right? That's
Yeah,
a ditch.
that's another ravine.
A ravine. Okay, yeah. I just wanted to make sure that this one wasn't going up. No worries. All right. So I would like to advance my guys close enough to, my first line close enough to start firing on that corner that they have there, and just keep them under steady and irritating fire. And have my reserves come up, nice and snug behind to kind of give a sense of morale and mass to the whole thing that's going on.
Got it. Thank you.
Of course.
All right, I'm back. What are your orders?
I will be advanced right ahead. All 6 brigades, 6 blocks.
Okay, Santana, where are you going?
I'm going to go over to the 2nd Guanajuato, the part of Pacheco's first. Yeah, and I'm just going to go. Actually, I'll stay with him for now.
Okay. The second Guanajuato is moving up with you too, right, Pacheco? Or are they staying back where they were?
They are advancing, but they're going to keep a little bit of a distance because they're like the reserve. Mobile reserve, however you want to call it.
Got it. Are you gonna, Pacheco, once you get in range, are you stopping and firing, or are you just charging into them?
One volley and then we charge.
No charge with loaded guns, as they say.
Thank you.
Continue with orders for Bragg and Lane. They're just sitting there.
Oops.
I've already done the shooting for Bragg.
I swear,
Lane
the
can't see
Union
anybody.
is going to lose this
We gotta-
because they have half their army just sitting, focusing on a single unit, doing nothing else, while they're
They
letting
can't
their other half just getting pounded on.
Oh,
I think
forgot
this 10-15 turn will be pretty important.
Yeah, I forgot to go to someone. I'll be back. Corona, I forgot to visit you. Sorry. So you can see the infantry advancing on your right and left. Your artillery's firing. Your artillery in the rear is coming up. Any new orders?
No new orders. Just want to stay here with my guns. Oh, well, there is one new order. The guns that are coming up from the southwest, when they do link up with these other guns, I'd like them to link up on the east side. So, link up on the eastern side instead of the western side.
Okay.
It's all one line, but they join the line on the east.
Yep.
Thank you. That's all.
Sorry.
Okay. Do I even tell Bragg they're under his command? Air quotes.
No, you tell him some cavalrymen, some troopers arrive, but they expressly refuse to obey his orders.
McPanzer, will you do the combat? Sorry.
Yep. Yeah.
East of there, I'll do the west.
Yeah, pony fight.
Pony fight. Wait.
Oof.
Oh.
1, 2, 3,
He could have
4.
been Mexican.
This might not turn out well. 3. Ooh, lucky. Okay. Almost broken.
Lordy, lord.
So we're about to go into 10:15. How are we doing on time?
I'm surprised. The Mexicans have done a very good job adapting. I will give them that much. They've done an extremely good job adapting.
Yeah, they're doing better than I thought they would too. Props to them.
I feel so bad for this lone Mexican division who's just getting pounded upon, the 6th Brigade on this hill. But then again, it's like distracting Lane and Braga. They're like, oh, let's just kill that unit and do nothing else.
It's working.
Well, they can't shoot at them. They're hiding behind the reverse slope, so there's no one to shoot at them.
I mean, it's
That
doing a
would have
great
been
job. Like,
some information. That would have been some information that may have been useful for me to tell them, so that they stop pointing their guns at them and shooting
Yeah,
them.
make sure they know that they're.
Well,
behind the
I've been
ridge.
having shooting the Ortega line to the south, and they every time 2 of the 3 batteries hits.
Over here.
Yeah.
Here. But I don't see much damage.
The 2s. The 2s recover, then they get whacked by the because these guys haven't moved for most of the game.
Oh crap! You done with your dice, McPanzer?
oh yeah. Ready to delete them?
Yeah, go ahead and delete them. All right, we're ready for 10:15.
All right.
I was about to take an image with dice, which is sacrilege.
We don't do that.
Can someone interpret what Taylor is saying in his orders?
I don't have time to. So far, they're breaking the American line, but it may not last. We'll see.
Taylor should no longer be with
He
Bragg.
should be with he should be with Yell and Wolf.
Yeah, go ahead and move them.
I think they did.
Yeah.
No, he didn't. Loser.
I just moved him.
Thank you very much.
All right, 10:15's out for me.
10:15, go do it. All right, General Corona, your artillery moving up to your rear to deploy on your right as ordered. Your guns that are firing continue to fire. And you can see the infantry divisions advancing ahead of you.
Thank you.
Any change in orders or?
No orders, just do continue as planned. No change in orders, just continue as planned, then unlimber and bombard with the rest of the section. That's all.
Got it.
Thank you.
All right. General Mignon, your men have arrived, deployed, and started firing in coordination with Lombardini, and it seemed to have worked well. The American corner is breaking, and those men are fleeing. The American cavalry have moved up and are firing back on you with the reduced numbers, so exchanging fire back and forth. Your left of your line's already looking close to breaking again, but your lancers are there on your right, ready to charge in.
My lancers are to immediately charge into their cavalry flank.
Okay.
And the main line will mount back up and withdraw distance. We're just gonna rest up again while the lancers do the heavy lifting.
Okay. Thank you. Let's see.
Actually, oh, I just saw my dispatch.
Too late.
Nope.
All right, General Lombardini, your division has advanced. Fired several volleys, which combined with the support of the cavalry on your east and the artillery to your rear is enough to break the corner of the American line, and many brigades start to break and run. Your own
Great.
men are taking a lot of fire.
I'm seeing that my own men are pretty battered. It looks like from the numbers that I'm seeing on
Yeah,
the.
second brigade's pretty rough. They're low on ammo. They've been fighting for the past 2 hours almost. So
Yeah. Have First Brigade pull forward to have First Brigade pull forward and concentrate fire on the troops on that angle that is not fleeing yet. That part of the angle that isn't fleeing.
okay, got it. Thank you.
This one is more interesting.
All
Gentlemen,
So you guys emerge over the plateau and immediately meet a hail of musket fire and grape shot. The men fire their own volley, then continue forward into the fray, but it is a storm of bullets all around you.
I'm gonna get my raincoat.
Right. Yes, bundle up. I'm sure that will help.
I hope your raincoat's made of
We-
3 inches of steel.
Don't worry.
We are going to continue by
Yeah.
dropping down the ravine so that guns can't hit us. And then we're going to pop out right on the guns.
Idea.
And have our reserves move up as well. They can
Yes.
provide some cover fire while we're down in the ravine.
All right, Santana, what are you doing?
I'm gonna ride over to the second. They're not doing so hot.
And I'm going to be with the men so they get inspired.
Got it. Thank you.
Hat on your saber forward. Okay. Good luck, General. Good luck. You're a hero of the nation if you can break through here. I'll tell you that much.
All right.
All right, combat.
So, Shenleaf's orders were, James, make sure the Lancers can't charge. He also sent that unit to General Bragg, explicitly saying Bragg cannot command them. So they rode over to Captain Bragg and said, "Sir, we will not obey you." And then they left.
All right.
Ortega's moving up. He moved up to the dash between San and Luis on the map.
Oops, I took all the smoke. All right, movement on Ortega. I'm actually already almost
I'm done on that side of the map.
So we're gonna
But
do
there's not much going on.
artillery. Okay, let's make sure I roll this right. Alright, so artillery in the face first. Yeah, that's enough. And then musket fire in the face. Also enough. Followed up by a charge.
They're going uphill, right?
Yeah, they just charged uphill.
Brave. They're dead. They're brave.
Let's see, and they're going 2, 3, 4. Let's roll to see if Pacheco's leading from the front. Oh, lucky.
You wanted to kill him, didn't you?
Miles,
a
I bet
little
you,
bit.
I bet you a lot of money he's dead in a half hour. As we get closer to the last turn, James is like, man, it'll be interesting.
But Pacheco's my arch nemesis across all the Kriegsspiel games.
Quick question. What was I going to say? Lane, at the 1000 turn, sent a dispatch to Bragg. In it, he said, if X, wave your saber. If Y, wave your hat.
Okay.
Bragg is responding, waving his hat currently. Do I tell Lane that now, or do I tell that to him next turn?
Tell him now. It'd be more immediate.
All right.
Okay, combat's done. Pretty interesting. It's gonna be
Make
close.
sure I don't get charged by lancers.
You can't give orders to the enemy.
He's gonna be so mad at me. Like, I told you, don't let the lancers charge me. We're good for screenshots.
We're good. Yep. It's now 10:30.
Good. At 10:30.
Sorry, that took me a second. Just continuing orders as normal, except Bragg did order his artillery to move position to get a better angle on these guys. So I don't know if he'll get a shot off with his one thing, but he wants move this way.
One of his batteries got a hit. So how many batteries is he moving?
One. He's moving one
Okay.
to focus. James?
All right. Got it. It was the second battery that got a hit, so there's no change on my end.
James, do you wish that battery to move in open fire or just move for now?
Just move.
All right. Is this stuff Bragg's doing at 10:30? Because he's my screenshot. I know I'm a little behind, but I've got all the Union boys.
Just tell in your update that
I'm not
Bragg
doing
moved
it.
his
I'm just
cannon.
doing the screenshot. No, I'm doing Bragg's screenshot.
Yeah, but you did a 10:30 update
Nope. No, I didn't.
to yell.
What I'm saying is, did that cannon at Bragg move at 10:30? Like, as part of
No,
10:30
he moved
orders?
it at 10:15.
Great, perfect. That's all I needed. Thank you very much.
McPanzer, my point is that you moved.
We're
you
good.
took some screenshots
We're good. We're
with
good.
the cannon. Okay, never mind.
Alright, let's see. What on earth just happened? Holy crap.
That didn't sound good.
Discord was having an earthquake. I was moving people around and it started shaking all over the place. That was weird. Oh, it's doing it again. That's so weird. Okay. I'm going to go do updates. Alright, General Corona. Some of your batteries for the rear are starting to arrive and deploy. Vallarta and Leon continue to fire into the American line. You can see Lombardini and Pacheco charging forward. Well, Pacheco's charging forward, Lombardini stopped and fired. And Santana's nearby, meeting with Lombardini. What are your orders?
I can see that. Before you give any orders, I'd like to ask what range my guns. Like, can I actually hit everything?
Yeah, they're only a quarter mile away at the moment, so they're well within range.
That is a line for you doing what they're doing.
Okay. You're breaking up a bit, but I think I got you, so we're good. Thank you.
Okay, yeah. Things before. Thank you.
Alright, General Mignon, your Lancers charge in, and it seems like they have successfully broken the American cavalry again. Rest of your men have fallen back to safety distance and are starting to recover now.
All right, so I will immediately advance the first, second, and fourth, and I will go with them, and we will head up, dismount, and engage the remaining forces.
Okay.
I'll have the Lancers continue the charge around their rear.
Got it.
And the other two that I'm leaving out will rest up here.
Okay, thank you. Alright, General Pacheco. I tried to kill you, but it didn't work, so you're still alive. And leading your men gloriously into the fight. Your 5th Brigade, half and 5th, half and 3rd have broken, basically those in the front, but those that remain continue up atop the ridge. You're starting to break the Union line. You're in the midst, it's not Union, American. I do Civil War too much, not enough Mexico-American stuff. So the American, you've broken the Mississippi rifles. You're on top of their horse artillery. Luckily, your 2nd Guanajuato are keeping the 2nd Kentucky and 1st Texas Rangers pinned down as you continue to take the ridge, although you can see more and more American troops in the rear in reserve streaming into the fight.
I like the gun.
Okay. Keep fighting.
Yeah, let's keep the pressure on there, and Guanajuato can take the opportunity. They can charge as well.
What, you want them to charge or keep firing?
I'll leave it up to. Yeah, let's charge. Do or die.
Do or die. This is it. This is the moment. Okay. Good luck.
Then up a bit.
All right, gentlemen. So Lombardini's 1st Brigade has switched position with the 2nd Brigade and resumed firing. You can see the the American corner continues to break. Let's see, what else can you see? It looks like Mignon has fallen back to the east, and Pacheco's charging in.
All right.
Just
Lots of orders.
My orders are to just have the 1st Brigade keep blasting. Have the 2nd Brigade form up on their left in attack column.
Wait, may I make a suggestion, General?
Please, please.
The forces in the front are not only more equipped to launch an attack immediately, but they're the fresher units, so they're more likely to succeed. Send the 1st Brigade forward and have 2nd Brigade do the firing shots.
As he said. 1st Brigade forward, 2nd Brigade maintains covering fire.
Okay. Are you moving forward with him or staying back here where it's safe?
I am a dirty coward who will remain with the second line.
I would like it to be known
do
for
it,
all
do
your
it,
loyalty.
do it, Dad, do it, Dad. I'll
Checo.
go with
His
it first.
unwavering loyalty.
Yes, thank you.
I'm going.
Glorious leader.
I'm going in personally with the first.
Very good, thank you. I will be going over to the cavalry and hopefully doing the same.
Lombardini, I promise you, you're probably going to get a ton of medals after this.
Should you have a body left to pin them on.
I expect like Death of Stalin style. Like I want to be like that.
Have an entire cardboard piece underneath your jacket.
All right. McPanzer, you want to do the combat?
Yeah, you draw a line and I'll do it.
Let's do that. You said that.
Deal.
I've done artillery already, so you don't have to do them for that artillery.
Infantry range is 2.
Yep.
All right, we gotta do some shooting.
One.
Man, Mexico's rolling well. Uphill though, so 4 and 5. That's still 2, 3, 4. They're doing 3, 4, 5. 3, 4, and then another shot.
James?
Yeah.
Oh,
How much longer do you think we have? Because I said I need a call it sooner or
You
later.
can go. We'll fill in for you because it's still got another hour.
thank you, Bob. The
Yeah, I
dispatchers
can't.
alone were a huge help.
Yeah, I can't. I can't do that.
I mean, we'll
All right,
stop. The
all right,
combat will
all right.
stop in a half hour if you can give us that. I don't know. Up to you.
Just give me 1 second. I need to check one thing then.
Can you pop me some smoke markers when you have a chance?
What kind? This
Can I
kind?
do that? Yes,
There you
I
go.
can afford to. I can afford to do that.
Okay. Thank you.
Maybe I can probably afford to do another hour. Just
Well,
I will definitely.
from-
We'll see. We'll see. We'll see. If there is a chance I may have to go.
that's fine.
Just
If you
some.
have to go, we'll cover.
All right. La di da.
Right, shoot something.
Hmm.
All right. Now we see if
I
Chico
I
dies.
need a couple hit markers too. I can't spend
No.
anything.
I'm gonna try one more time.
I'm trying to kill a fox.
There you go. Injury. No, I won't kill him though. Medium injury.
Some of these dispatches are just hilarious.
He almost completely broke the wall though. He's not going to finish it, but if Lombardini... oh, yeah, there's Lombardini's charge.
Lombardini did charge. He broke another regiment. He had someone else move up. I don't know if the two in the back had
Yeah, if...
orders to charge as well, but
no, they didn't. They were just forming up, so it's fine. Yeah, they might... I mean, because Wolves were pulsing Pacheco, but if Lombardini plus cavalry come sweeping down, Wool might be done. Interesting. Alright, is combat over? We 10:45?
I'm almost done. I need a couple wound markers
Let me get you some wound markers. Here's
and
some.
3 smoke markers.
See,
Thank you very much.
the Lancers finally broke. Alright.
I think the Mexican army is gonna win. Wow.
You have the blue markers for disruption?
I'll get you some. Hold on. Just in the middle of a screenshot.
Take your time.
Just blue. some of these
Yep.
suckers.
There you go. That's all I need. Perfect. Putting some hits on the batteries.
Oh, wow. That's an interesting screenshot.
Did I screw on him?
I've got the 1045 done.
Yeah, you can go get updates. I'm almost done. Let's see. Alright. Alright, General Corona, your last bit of guns are finally arriving at the edge of the ridge to start firing. In the distance, a little less than half a mile away, you can see Pacheco's and Lombardini's men both fighting in the Union line, American line. It looks like the Americans are fleeing in large part. Things might be going well, but you do see a lot of Pacheco's men fleeing in broken masses to the rear, which isn't good. Yeah, what are your orders?
All right. My orders are quite simple. There's a little adjustment. Uh, I don't know how many volleys there are per turn. However, what I would like for at least this turn would be the guns to focus entirely on that brigade, the Yankee brigade on the most eastern part of the line.
Eastern one,
Just
okay.
to kind of give that particular brigade a bad day. Yep.
Sure. Alrighty, thank you. Alright, General Lombardini. So the 1st Brigade wades into the fight. They managed to break part of the American line, but many men from the brigade are fleeing back. 2nd Brigade is formed up, but didn't have an opportunity to fire in their current position. The cavalry have moved back and have joined the fight, and it looks like a lot of the American line is fleeing to the north.
All right. I would like my 2nd Brigade to move up and support. I very much do not want to get in the way of an outright cavalry charge if that's coming. But I mean, you know, so if and I would like to move forward to the 1st Brigade and basically be right behind that brigade. You know, exhorting them onwards as we just try to move forward and keep pressure as much as possible on that one remaining unit that I see has not broken right in the center.
Okay, got it. Thank you.
Thanks.
General Pacheco, there is a whirlwind of battle all around you as you fight for the ridge. You break more and more Americans, but it seems they have endless reserves. You watch with dismay as the 2nd Guanajuato charge in and are quickly repulsed. Only your brave 5th Brigade stands in the midst of the guns, fighting with bayonets and firing their guns. You receive a pretty serious wound to your leg as you stand atop your horse, and your horse unfortunately shot from underneath you, and you've fallen to the ground, but you are still alive.
All right. Let's get that bleeding and stand up so that the men do not lose hope.
Okay.
And have the faith continue fighting. We break them here. This is it. They should see the men to our right also moving up.
Got it. Thank you. All right. Your 3 brigades have moved up and resumed firing on the American position. It seems like their line is breaking all over the place. Unfortunately, you do see your lancers have finally broken and are fleeing to the rear. Lombardini's men are moving up and engaging in melee battle.
Yeah, but the first should be able to recover, so I'm not too sad about it.
All right, your orders.
I will relinquish command of the 3rd and 5th to my commander,
Okay.
General Santana.
Yeah, and I'll have the 4th pursue the Kentucky cavalry that's remaining,
All right.
while the 1st will go for their central command, and the 2nd will pursue Yale, and we aim to capture.
So pursue your mounting and charging in.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
Okay.
And then I'm going to take 3rd and 5th and go around sort of behind, in between Yell's current marker on the map and the Kentucky cavalry, which will hopefully be routed by the time I'm passing through, and try to just run around their back pretty much and see if I can't take their guns from the rear.
All right.
That's probably a couple turns out. Just get behind them for now. Sound good?
Yep.
Thank you. Very, very much.
We got Santana charging in.
James, when you charge those cav, Chinleaf gave orders that the Union cavalry are going to dismount, and he's going to walk at their head in a skirmish line towards the Mexicans.
Yeah, show him right in front of that as he gets,
Yeah.
as he gets
Hence
ran
the
over.
RIP. But the Union have done a pretty good job, Taylor has, of reorganizing just the crap that fell out of line.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Why don't you do combat east of that? I'll do what remains here. I think these guys lost a token.
I'll throw Chinleaf a bone. But then I think he's dead. Or do you want to capture him?
Make him dead.
Okay.
We're close to ending. Let's see, 3. Wow.
Will these guys surrender like Austrians do?
You take that back.
McPanzer's a major Austrian general in a different game.
No, okay, so I was the guy in charge of the guy who bonsai charged you, and I told him to do that. That's been my game since then. I was like, wait, no, come back. Oh.
I hope you roll well.
No, man, this is my Star Fort. There are many like it, but this one is mine.
Alright, I'm rolling for Wool to die from artillery fire. Oh, wow. Alright, is it a...
Okay.
Yeah, okay.
James,
If you kill him, you have to tell him.
I'll tell him.
Thank you.
Everyone's dying.
So, I think that's the last turn if Yell and Bull just died. That's just my opinion, but now there's no one on the Union left.
Have you rolled for Santana's charge?
No, I haven't. I'll do it right now.
James, just briefly, for future games, it may be a good idea to prohibit the use of sign language. because I was just spending the last 5-10 minutes interpreting sign language because first, Lane waves Bragg waves his saber to Lane. Lane waves his hat to Bragg, and then Bragg responds with his saber again. So
They're getting tricky.
I understand it's immediate, but it was just a little. It was a little much. They didn't order much. Just continue to hold.
The 1st Union Regiment shot and broke the 1st Mexican Cavalry. The 2nd Mexican Cavalry broke those infantry. Now has 3 beat-up squadrons to deal with. It's all terrible. They've all taken 2 hits. It's like wet noodles. But I don't think they're going to get to like run down everybody.
Yeah. Santana. Well, so let's think about it though. So we have the entire American army running at the moment. Would those cavalrymen stand and fight, or would they just all flee and run? Because according to my rules, they'd actually be running now.
I think they should run
They'd
because
run.
But we still have the entire Union right. We
Yeah,
still
but
have the
they're not
entire
nearby.
Union right.
All right,
And as
Taylor
icky
Swift.
as it is, like the Mexicans still have. I know they're not fresh. I don't know. I think the death of Wool makes me say, I think it's over and the Mexicans win.
Let's
If
do
Wool
one.
was alive,
Let's do one more turn.
but
So
like I
we're-
can't really do a turn because they're both dead.
Oh, your 2 people are dead.
Yes, I'm out. I've got Taylor who's running for the hills and wounded Santa Ana, I guess.
Well, you can let them know they're dead. You got a turn to let them know. All right, so let's do 10, and we got the fight on the left too. So 11 o'clock. Let's see what happens.
One more turn?
Yep.
I've got the orders. All right.
Okay, I'm not gonna give them screenshots. Can I invite them up here to hang out with us?
Sure. Well, no, because it's gonna get
Okay, I'll
noisy.
sure. Miles, I'm so sorry, but I didn't do a screenshot for Lane or Bragg yet. Are those guys moving?
Oh, sorry.
No, you're
I'm gonna
you're,
come
totally,
right back.
totally fine. Totally fine. I just didn't know when I should. I'll do it right now.
You should do it now. Let me know when you're done.
I have all dispatches and everything ready.
Okay, Bragg is good, but Lane is not.
Do you ever have the issue
All
where
good.
the
Do anywhere.
rewind time thing pops up when you go to take a screenshot?
You done?
Yep, all done. It does if I go counterclockwise,
Yeah.
because then in the top left I clip over it. Most often I get my push to talk key. Doesn't matter right now.
This is
I
the
wanna go
first
tell-
battle I've seen where I could have sworn it was going to go one direction. The enemy reformed and just completely went against expectations and did extremely well.
Yeah. They may not have penalized the Mexicans enough, but I think they did well. They played smart.
I think you penalize them enough. I think you penalize them a bit too much. I mean, look, Bragg's cannon were just tearing through their lines for a bit, and they were in such a disorganized mess. I think it's just more so the Union poor decision making of keeping half their army just doing nothing and letting their entire flank get overrun. No reserve, no nothing, and just sitting in a defensive position, not doing defensive moves. And the Mexicans realizing the position, and we're like, oh, shoot. Well, let's reform this attack and fix this, and actually fixing it. So I don't think you did anything wrong. In fact, I still stand by, I think you nerfed the Mexicans a bit too much. They happen to play extremely well here.
All right, I'm going to do updates. All right, General Corona. It's getting harder and harder to see American line as it dissolves under your artillery fire. It looks like you may have hit one of the American commanders, General Wool, with a gun. In fact, as you see him fall from his horse with your spyglass. Yeah, what are your orders?
My orders, well, my orders are honestly to move the whole line a little forward onto that next, plateau of ground, across the gully.
Move all your
The,
move your artillery across.
Yep, all the artillery across and unlimber and get ready to bombard again. I'd like to have them a little focused on the more left side, and I'd also like none of them be in a ditch, to unlimber within the ditch, if possible, please.
Sure. Okay.
Thank
You know, they're still in range of the Union or American position. They could just keep firing from where they're at.
In what case, I'd like them to stay for another turn, and we'll see how the situation changes.
Okay,
All right,
got it. Thank you.
Just-
All right, General Lombardini. Your division is advancing, and the American line is basically crumbling before you. Yeah, you do see Pacheco's division breaking to your left. They're fleeing, but you got cavalry charging in on the right, and not too many American units remain to stand. You there? You're muted. Hello? Got 5 seconds, then I'm moving on. 4, 3, 2, 1. Alright. Alright, General Pacheco. Unfortunately, it was all too much, and ultimately the 5th Brigade has broken. Your men carry you with them to safety, but you've done good damage to the American line, and it looks to be crumbling from the combined assaults of you, Lombardini, the cavalry, and the artillery. But your division's basically not combat effective anymore. It's going to take hours to recover.
Alright. I guess, just start rallying the men.
Okay. Thank you.
Preferably which I'm standing on right now, so yeah. So they at least look like they're in fighting shape.
Yep.
The Americans from
Got it.
realizing.
Alright. General Mignon, you charge into the Kentucky cavalry, and you manage to catch their commander, General Yell, or Captain Yell, and kill him pretty quickly. The Kentucky cavalry, those that don't flee, surrender. Your 1st Brigade breaks in the fighting, but you've captured a American brigade. Beyond that, you can see Santana leading a charge into the American ranks. He slams into the disorganized units which are trying to reform and recover in the rear, and sends them running. Orders?
Yeah, all according to plan. I will send the 4th Brigade to Santa Ana. Let them form up with him and continue on however he sees fit. The men will rest up where they are. I'll call for them later, and I'm going to just attach to the 2nd Division.
Got it.
Personally.
Alright, thank you. Oh, I've been here before, never mind. Alright, General Santana. So you lead the 5th and 3rd into the American rear,
Personal glorious fray.
where you find the Americans are hastily trying to reorganize and recover, but you catch them by surprise. It's just send them into a rout. They start running northward again, pell-mell.
We
All
already
right.
charted this, sir.
Very good, thank you. I have been given command of the 2nd Brigade of Cavalry by Minon. He should be sending it up to me. Both that and the 5th Brigade are going to charge hard for General Taylor's HQ and see if we can sweep aside the cavalry guarding it and take him, the enemy CIC himself, prisoner. I will personally, once I dispatch them, actually no, I'll ride with them on the mission and I'll send a dispatch to Lombardini. He can handle everything himself, I think.
Okay, got it. Thank you. Ooh, interesting fight
It's
on the
replacing
left.
bets on whether or not you do another turn. I'm
Oh.
on team no.
I'm done. I'm done.
Wrong one.
All right. So we don't even need to do combat. I made movements, but we can call it. Let's delete the extras that we don't need. Dice. All right. Let's bring everyone to lobby.
Oh shit, it's over.
Move me to the
It's
left.
over. It's over,
It's just
boys.
like Antietam all over again.
Hey,
We all died.
All right.
what is the outcome?
All right. Hold on. Welcome everyone. Thanks for the game. If you'll please mute
Yell's in another
yourselves.
spot.
Please mute yourselves until I call you to speak. I'm hearing a lot. Ortega, mute yourself. I'm hearing a lot of background noise from you, Book. Book.
You can mute him yourself.
Last time I did that, it only did it for me. Or did that mute him?
Should be able to
I can-
mute for
I can
server.
mute him.
Yeah, there we go.
Okay, got it. Thank
Just
you.
remind me.
All right. So first of all, we'll ask the CICs. Who do you think's winning, or how do you think you did versus your goals? Starting with, we'll start with Taylor.
Well, the Mexicans are winning, and I'm pretty sure about that one. I think that my overall strategy probably had quite a few flaws, and I think the Mexicans hit right on where my weak spot was. So, yeah.
All right. We'll get into that. Santana, what do you think? You can unmute yourself.
Santa, you're on mute if you're.
That book.
Thank you. I am on mute. I was going to say, I think we're doing quite well. I'm at the head of a column of Mexico's finest cavalry, about to capture Santa Ana. We're coming. I mean, Jesus, Zachary Taylor. We're coming for you, American big dog. Yeah.
The cavalry have shown their true colors and turn out to be mercenaries hired by the U.S. and are capturing you, Santa.
All right. So let me give an overview from my perspective.
Oh my god, it's
So, I allowed the Union to deploy more south than they did historically. I don't know if that was good for the Union or not, but historically the Union kind of held that and then were racing this way to catch up to the Mexicans as they were trying to flank them. Mexico came around here, and then there was a whole bunch of fighting on these plateaus historically, because the Union. I keep saying Union because I'm used to Civil War battles and not
It's fine, all right.
American and Mexican
The
battles.
ambassador of
The
Civil
blue
War
guys.
battles.
The blue guys. So they had a
Are you
reserve
sharing?
line here. Oh, I am. Yeah. Can you see my live stream? You might have to click on it to accept.
There we go.
So they deployed there. They had artillery here, as you can see, and then a line of infantry here, basically. Mexico arrived, and they sent Ortega up this road, and with Pacheco behind them. Pacheco ultimately came this way and then that way, and then their Lombardini, the artillery, and the cav all went up this way. And basically we're constantly pounding on the American left flank. A lot of cavalry skirmishing around this area between the Mexicans and the Americans. The Mexicans had more numbers in infantry. Artillery is on par, but they were slower. And then they had their main advantage, I'd say, was in cavalry. Is they had more cavalry and they had the 2 lancer units. And the Mexicans used that advantage well. They also made good use of their artillery. But they did come. They all arrived with a 1 disruption, representing the long march they just made and the lack of food. So they were more prone to breaking earlier than the Americans as a result. But basically, initially Lombardini got repulsed, but he fell back and kind of bid his time while Pacheco moved up. Mignon pretty quickly dispatched Yell and sent him running, then rested his cavalry. And then it was the Union line fell back. They kind of reconsolidated because once the Mexican cavalry were on their flank, they got concerned, so they moved back that way. But all the while, they were getting pounded by Mexican artillery. And then Pacheco and Lombardini both led charges in there, combined with support from the cavalry, dismounted cavalry. And they held for a while, but it proved to be too much. And then here at the end, Yell just died from a charge from Mignon, and Santana's leading the cavalry into the rear of all the fleeing American troops as they run from the field. The left side of the battle, I know Ortega spent a lot of time sitting there taking artillery fire from Bragg.
Sorry, Ortega.
You can see here at the end they're finally getting engaged, and I apologize to Ortega and Lane, who are probably disappointed that they're finally getting the fight and it's ended. But I think Lane and Bragg would receive orders pretty quickly to fall back. So I'm not sure who would win that fight. Maybe Miles could comment on that. But that's how it ended. So it's a Mexican victory, ahistorical. I think the Mexicans overall did a very good job coordinating with each other, coordinating their attacks, and getting on the Union flank and doing a good job resting their division or their men when they needed to, and then attacking together. And that was enough to wear down Wool's big infantry division and basically take out Yell's cavalry. Maybe a Union or American mistake was leaving most of their artillery over here when the main attack was over here. If that artillery had been over here on the east side instead of the west side, it may have made a difference. We'll never know. So that's a lot of arrows. I'm going to stop, and I'll let's have Miles go next, share his perspective. Go ahead, Miles. You can unmute yourself.
Actually, James, if it is all right,
oh yeah,
go because
Bob's got to go.
I need.
You go first,
Let's go,
Bob. Do Miles.
So my perspective of the game, I will be completely honest. This was very unexpected for me. When I saw the opening and the beginning turns, I thought that obviously this game was set up for fun, but I thought it was also more of a reflection of, oh, look at how slightly disadvantaged Mexico was marching against this the defensive line with all their units already at -1 strength, etc., etc., etc. I was rather surprised. If anything, the Mexicans definitely showed what it means to be adaptable in this battle. They tried something. It failed quite horribly for the first few turns, especially on Ortega's side, where their units were just getting slaughtered by Bragg's. And to be completely fair, Bragg, you were rolling unbelievably well. Like, you got like 4, 5, 6s in the first 3 turns, which is just crazy. But it did not work. The Mexicans reformed, attacked the right, as James said, and yeah, we're quite adaptable. I think 2 critical Union mistakes is number one, I don't think the Union had much of a reserve. Maybe wrong, but I don't think they had much of a reserve in order to necessarily respond to whatever the Mexicans were going to do, as the Union were the ones on defense. And number 2, Lane, Bragg, although I understand why you did this, as this was per your orders from Taylor. Most of the battle, you were just sitting there, staring at Ortega in the face. And after your initial success with your cannon, Bragg, it turned out that the Mexicans retreated to a position whereby they were still receiving fire, but every turn they just recovered, firing for no reason, and Ortega was just sitting there, letting you guys distract themselves while the main attack happened on the Mexican right. And one final thing I want to note, another critical thing as to why I believe Mexico won this extremely well was communication. Especially as the dispatch umpire, I was sitting there going nuts and trying to organize all of Mexico's dispatches. It was one dispatch after another, after another, after another. Union, you guys had a lot of dispatches, don't get me wrong. But, for example, in the case of Bragg and Lane, even until like 2 turns before the battle concluded, Bragg and Lane had no clue what the hell was going on the left flank in order to properly respond. There were several turns they were sitting there waiting for orders, not knowing what to do, when, for example, they could have redeployed to the Union left flank in order to help the defense. And I'm not pinning this on anyone. They just did not know, and they were just continuing to obey their orders. But yeah, overall, it was a very fun battle. Definitely shows how, if you can be flexible, it doesn't matter necessarily what your odds are. And yeah, very well done to both teams, but especially the Mexican teams for bringing out what I honestly believe was an underdog victory.
All right, thank you, Bob. Miles?
I actually am going to be a little more sympathetic to the future Union side, because I think with Lane and Bragg,
I'm sorry, guys, I have to go. Have a good night.
If one of them left, the other one would have been overwhelmed by Ortega. Ortega had a pretty large division. Right now, the battle is a stalemate. My guess is if we played a few more turns, Lane would be pushed off that hill, but the group that's assaulting the artillery would be obliterated. So it would be probably a stalemate. And I think the Mexican forces did the exact right thing. They just extended the U.S. line and were able to kind of get around with their cavalry and turn it. I think Ortega, the player who was doing Ortega, did a very nice job recovering from a very bloody nose on the first turn when that first infantry brigade broke from concentrated artillery fire and a magic roll of 6s. But he did a good job. He held down the Union flank, and I thought the Mexican players played extremely well. I think the U.S. players, you had too few units to cover too much distance.
Thank you, Miles. All right, and finally, McPanzer, your thoughts?
I'll be quick. I think I'm going to second Miles. I don't want to detract anything from the Mexican victory because they earned it. But I kind of felt like the Union were the underdogs in this battle just because of the disparity of forces, and especially cavalry. Though I had all the cavalry, so that might be impacting my perception. I thought the Union did a very good job on their left of communicating between their commanders before 2/3 of them died. And the only critique I might have gently is that the Union held very good ground, but I think they tried to hold too much of it. I think they just had too much real estate, and they kind of made one big long line in the center. They got outflanked. I will note that I don't think General Taylor's going to bite it because he's got 3 beat-up squadrons of cavalry, and Santa Anna just took a musket ball to the stomach. So
Taylor
that's
escapes
all I had. I had a great.
to lead the
Yeah,
presidency.
he'll be president somewhere else.
Wait,
He's not going to get elected because he lost, but he'll get away.
wait, is Santana gonna die? Because that's
No,
the
he's not.
best
No,
case.
he's not. He's not going to die. Unfortunately for Mexico, he's going to make it.
Haha, you bastards! I'll be your emperor soon, damn it.
So Wool and Yell died, Pacheco was injured, and Santana were injured.
All right, so it's only a minor victory.
Minor victory.
Right.
All right. Thank you, McPanzer. All right, we'll work down the list just top to bottom with all the players. So starting with the 2IC for Santana, which I think this is your first game too.
Ogre
Yeah, Ogre
Well, he
B.
played with Marshall and me on the April Fool's game.
Oh, did he? Okay, I just hadn't seen him before.
Greetings to all. It is I,
Hello.
2IC.
Any?
Personally,
Yeah.
I mean, I didn't do much really. Like I didn't save the battle, but I
I
did
would
end
disagree.
I did end up mapping all of the plans, which did help people kind of visualize stuff.
Well, good.
Yep.
All right.
All I have to say.
General Lane.
My turn. Well, I largely agree with McPanzer because I watched the video you posted of the historical battle, and I think the major difference was that where in history the Mexicans did not make effective use of their numbers, in the Kriegsspiel tonight that they very much did. And it wasn't so much, I don't know. I figured that, if the left wing is collapsing, the right wing will collapse while my men are trying to get to the left wing. And that's pretty much why I did what I did. So the weight of our army was in the artillery anyway.
All right, thank you. General Wool. May he rest in peace.
Yeah, I got. I guess I don't know if I got hit or an artillery shell exploded or what, but
I think stabbed, actually.
No, I was killed by artillery.
An
That's what I was
artillery
told.
shell, yeah.
Which is, I'm definitely not bitter over that. There was I guess one of the biggest problem we had was, I think we were sort of confused by the scale. I think our whole team assumed that, I guess the frontage of my line, I didn't realize until it was far too late that basically I had no reserves, so I had to sort of pick and choose where I would be putting my troops. And